Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of T.O.BlueJays, the first of the 2023 season. And we got started with a big win in St. Louis. I mean, you can't ask for another team to match us so well in the National League. I mean, basically, the Cardinals and the Blue Jays are essentially the same team. Both birds, we both got, fairly decent pitching, fairly decent batting, fairly good outfield defense, a mix of lefties and righties, um, a young team with some veteran players. I know that the Cardinals, mainly don't really have any veterans that much anymore in terms of really, like 35 plus, with Yadi Molina not being there. Like some of their bigger stars, are the early 30s still. But really, they just match us so well. And that was a really fun game for the first game. And it was nice that the Blue Jays actually won the first one-run game of the season that they had, instead of losing three or four and then winning one and then losing another three or four. Well, we'll see if that comes. But it was nice that they got the win out of the way. It was a one-run game. But what I really, really enjoyed about this game today was that it wasn't the home run that won us the game. It was solid contact, long at bats, good base running. My takeaway just from the first inning, when Dalton Varsho ended up getting that double that scored two to make it 3-0 at the time, was that when it was Bo at first base and Springer at third, was that if it was Teoscar Hernandez still batting fourth and not Dalton Varsho, that would have probably been maybe a two or three pitch at bat, and it would have ended up in a double play to end the inning, and we would have got nothing. But instead, we made that good trade of Teoscar Hernandez over to Seattle Mariners for Eric Swanson, who did some relief pitching today. I don't really remember actually seeing him pitch. I wasn't totally paying attention at that time. And then they'll also have the trade of Gurriel Jr. and Moreno over to the Diamondbacks, which ultimately led us to getting Dalton Varsho. That obviously really helped us today. And, one thing I really want to say at the end of the game that helped us win in the top of the ninth was when we got Kevin Kiermaier, people were like, oh, he's not going to replace T.O. or Gurriel. He doesn't have power. But look exactly what he did. He got on base a bunch of times for us today. I think it was 3 or 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. And what he did was he had really good, smart base running at the end. And that's exactly what we wanted from him. He had that pesky at bat a couple of times earlier in the game. In the bottom of the inning, or excuse me, top of the ninth, he walked on 4 straight pitches, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was a 3-1, and then he got ball 4. But nonetheless, he walked, and he had really good, smart base running later in the game that ultimately led to him scoring the game-winning run. And that's the reason why we traded and made some of the moves that we did, was because this is the type of baseball that we want to see here in Toronto for 81 games and on the road against other teams for 81 games. And it was just a lot longer at bats, a lot smarter base running. We even saw Vlad, he hit that sac fly and he was happy with the sac fly because, again, that's what got Kiermaier in when he went from first to third. You didn't have to rely on the home run. You didn't have to rely on the double in the gap. Yes, that did score some runs in other parts of the game. But again, Vlad got 3 RBIs and none of them came off a home run. So that is really, really exciting way to see the Blue Jays win especially against a team like the St. Louis Cardinals, who are basically the National League version of us and also another pretty good team overall. And, just to see basically everybody from the Blue Jays that are new contribute, between Brandon Belt having a few good at bats, Dalton Varsho having a few great at bats and a couple of RBIs. Also, Kevin Kiermaier, not doing a whole lot in terms of hitting, but at least getting on base. And he also did get a nice couple of hits. Sorry. And then also Eric Swanson doing well out of the bullpen for a little bit. And then, Don Mattingly obviously helping with the bench side of things. So that was really, really nice to see that we had, 3 of our 5 players that we just acquired do a few things. The other person who hasn't had a chance yet would be Chris Bassett. He'll start the 4th game of the series or the year. I don't remember this is a 4-game series or if tomorrow's an off day. I have to check the schedule again. And then Chad Green is on the IL until probably about the midseason. And then the last person, no, actually, sorry, 4 people did because Eric Swanson, Dalton Varsho, Brandon Belt, Kevin Kiermaier. So it was really nice to see all those guys have a big impact on today's game already, just after 1 game, and hopefully what they're able to continue to do at that level. Also nice to see Matt Chapman on a much, I know, granted, 1 day. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it was nice to see Matt Chapman do so well on opening day this year, because last year it was really, really rough start for him. So hopefully he continues to have an upward trend throughout the first half of the season and continue strong in the second half. Bo Bichette, to get in there, threw a little bit too fast. Again, ultimately, it didn't cost us too much. We still won the game. He got another few great hits. He did make some good defensive plays again, but it was with the help of Vlad. Hopefully, we won today, but we don't want that happening too much. But overall, in terms of the defense, or in terms of the offense today, exactly what we wanted to see. Longer at bats, more left-hand presence in the lineup, and not hitting just for power, but just for mainly contact. Again, a lot of the hits today were bloopers, and a lot of the RBIs were also sac flies or a ground ball over there that was just hit extremely well. So that was really good to see. We'll continue the series over the weekend. I hope that you guys enjoyed the game as much as I did. Go Jays, go. See you guys in the next video.